The following is a conversation where Tucker Carlson asks his guest, Jesse Kelly, about how liberal people are moving into conservative towns. Listen to the answer he gives, particularly about the mind of the liberal single woman.
But I noticed from traveling that rural areas, pretty rural areas, where you might go hunt and fish, for example, are now filled with white liberals living in the whitest possible zip codes they can find. The ones who lecture you about white privilege are now living in much whiter areas than they did 5 years ago. Why not make this, send the illegals to Martha's Vineyard, but also to Aspen, also to Bethesda, Maryland, to these strongholds, these all-white strongholds of progressive lunacy? Like, why not make that the policy? Like, why be ashamed of doing that?
It should be this. It should be, and it shouldn't be. You shouldn't be ashamed of it. It should be. There should be caravans, busloads of these people shipped into these neighborhoods. But I'll tell you something, Tucker. Even that might not affect. I mean, it would be good. We should do it. Even that might not change these people's minds. I had the wildest conversation, I forgot to tell you about this, with this lady. I won't go into details. We were in this big group setting, and there were Republicans there, Democrats there. It was vacation. We ended up at this big table, like 10 people at this table, having a couple cocktails after dinner, just talking about life. And there were these two liberal white women from Chicago. And they loved their mayor, Brandon Johnson, loved him. They actually referenced him as BJ, was his name, right? BJ, I'm not kidding you not, they kept calling him BJ. I mean, like he's Kamala Harris or something like that. It was BJ this and BJ that. But I kept my mouth shut, Tucker, believe it or not. I know no one's going to believe that. I just sat there and listened, and just watched and just listened as these people were talking. Well, there was this oil field guy from Texas. You love this guy. He's total cowboy, red America, the great, all this. And he wasn't holding back. And he finally challenges this woman about the crime in Chicago. And he says to her, you talk about BJ this and Chicago's great that. Look at these murder numbers, and it's a disaster. And you got people taking over Union Square. It's crazy. How can you defend it? And Tucker, on my life, cross my heart and hope to die, this lady looked him right in the eye and she said, well, yeah, if you come to Chicago, you might get robbed, but you're not going to be targeted. That was her explanation. Well, yeah, you might get robbed here, but they're not going to target you for assassination. Why are you complaining? Chicago's wonderful. In her mind, that was a good explanation. People do not understand how sick the mind of the liberal white woman is, and they don't understand that that is the true beating heart of the Democrat Party today. I'm not even actually trying to be mean about this. It's why they talk to them. Do people know that married women vote Republican? Yes. Married women vote Republican, married men vote Republican, single men vote Republican, but it's something like 77% of single women vote Democrat, and the majority, over 58% of those women have been diagnosed with mental illness. Single, miserable women who are clinically insane are the beating heart of the Democrat Party. And that's why these people do the things they do. And that's why they do what they do when it comes to illegal immigration. Because single white women view illegal immigration like rescuing dogs who've been abused. Oh, sure, everybody just come into my country. Please rape anyone you want. Of course, that's the right thing to do. No love of country, just sitting there popping her anti-anxiety medication as she destroys Western civilization.
Well, that explains why the country is in a mess that it is in now. Things are bad in most of our cities, and it's a shame. Can the situation be reversed? Yes. There are common sense steps that could be taken to solve most of these problems, but it will require brave leaders with enough common sense to be able to stop this and make our cities great again. The issue is that common sense is not so common. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. See you in the next video.